What is up, guys? Welcome to another edition of the Market Marauder Show. Hopefully, everybody's having a great week out there. Hope everybody's able to lock in some profits. So we give you my top penny stocks under $1. So let's jump into it. Uh, First up, we have ticker sign CTRM, which ended the week at 80 cents. Looks like they've had a week high of about a dollar. Uh, this week probably been from this 86 cent down to this 80 cent where they had a low of 65 cents, but overall still bearish. Moving average 10 below 50 100. VWAP is like right at the moving average 10. Going to be looking at this one. Seems like they're starting to make a little bit of movement. Towards the end of the week, we can see on the 5th they kind of dipped down to the 65 cent level, but then kind of bounce back up to kind of be even with this little range right here. So to keep an eye on ticker sign CTRM. Also in the news, they have a lot of different things going on. They're purchasing a lot of different ships for their fleet, so definitely going to keep a close eye on ticker sign CTRM. Next, we have ticker sign CFMS, which is bearish. Moving average 10 is below 50 and 100. VWAP is below moving average 10, so bearish on both metrics. They did have some momentum after hours, so that's why I have them on my list. They ended the week at 89 cents. Then after hours went up 4 cents to end at 94 cents. So overall, going to be looking at this one to hit a potential $1 mark for next week. If they continue this path of momentum, that's just 6 cents above where they currently closed the week at. But definitely going to be looking at that $1 mark for next week on ticker sign CFMS. Next, we have ticker sign BIOL for BioLast. They ended the week at 75 cents. Then after hours went up 1 cent in at 76 cents. They are bearish as well, based off my indicators. Moving average 10 is below 50 and 100, and VWAP is below moving average 10. Similar situation on this one. They did touch a 65 or 61 cent level and then bounce back up to the 75 cent level. Going to be looking at this one to reach this 83 cent level, which is at their current moving average 50. So bear in mind, this is from the perspective of Webull. If you'd like to sign up for Webull and get 2 free stocks when you deposit $100 or more, I have a link down below where you can do so and sign up through Webull. You do not need to sign up through Webull in order to use their charts. You can just go to Webull.com, click trade, and then it'll pull you up to the chart section. If you want to have a chart that looks like this one, I am using the 30-minute time interval, moving average 10, 50, 100, and the VWAP 14, which is all located in the indicators tab once you get your chart set up. So just bear in mind, if you use a different time interval, your chart will look different. So just bear in mind that 30-minute chart interval is very keen to get your chart to look like this. So next one, we have ticker sign ASRT, which ended the week at 88 cents. Then after hours went up 2 cents and at 91 cents. They're bearish as well. Moving average 10 is below 50 and 100. VWAP is above moving average 10 though, so maybe some more upward momentum for them for next week. They did have a low this week of 76 cents, but seem to have rallied after that to end at 91 cents for the end of the week. Target price we'll be looking at them is going to be this 97 cent level, which is the current moving average 100. So next week, we're going to look to see if they can touch that 97 cent level from the 91 cent level that they currently are at. Next up, we have ticker sign ADXS, which ended the week at 70 cents, ended at 68 cents, then went up 1 cent in at 70 cents for the week. They had a low of 57 cents for this week. Moving average 10 is below 50 and 100. VWAP is above moving average 10 though, which may denote there be some upward momentum going on for this name, potentially on Monday when the market opens. Next target price I have for them is the 76 cent level, which is going to be their current moving average 50. So going to be looking to see if it can touch that 76 cent level or 74 cent level for next week to then begin a potential bullish upward trend. Next up, we have ticker sign ADMP, which ended the week at 88 cents. Then after hours went up 1 cent into 89 cents. Moving average 10 is below 50 and 100, so it is bearish based on indicators. Moving average 10, VWAP is below moving average 10 as well. They had an 80 cent low for this week, but ended the week at 89 cents, so a little bit of momentum to end the week. Going to be looking forward to test this 98 cent metric for next week, so that's going to be basically my target price to see if it can get up to this 98 cent level for next week. Next up, we have ticker sign ACST. They are on a little bit of a bearish upward trend. Moving average 10 is below 50 and 100, but if we see there was a lot of momentum rallying around this one towards the end of the day on Friday. So they did have a 48 cent low, but then rallied up to 63 cents to end the week. Overall, still bearish on the name though, moving average 10 below 50-100, but VWAP is above moving average 10, so there may be some more upward momentum coming from this name. Definitely going to be looking to see how it performs on Monday, and potentially going to put this on our early morning mover watch list. So I would definitely look to see how this performs. If it's right at the moving average 50, as far as price is concerned. Next target price is going to be the 70 cent level. If it can break through both of those, then I would say, yeah, it's pretty much bullish. Then next target price, in my opinion, would be $1. So going to be looking to see if it can break through the 63 cent level, and if VWAP can shoot up on Monday morning. Next target price is going to be 70 cents. And then after that, I'm gonna look at the $1 target price range. Next up, we have ticker sign GTE, which is bearish, moving average 10. Even though it is above the 50, which this red line is above the yellow line, it is not above the purple line. So I would still say that it is bearish overall, with a bullish upward trend starting to form. It ended at 80 cents. After hours went up 1 cent to end at 81 cents. Had a week high of 83 cents, so that's going to be my next indicator. So first I'm going to look to see if it can go to this 83 cent level. Then it'll have to test that 83 cent level and go above. So first indicator going to be 83, which surprisingly is the exact same as the moving average 100. So if it can go test that 83 cent level, then break through, I would say a potential bullish pattern is confirmed. For now, it seems like a bullish pattern has started, but for me, I do not have the confirmation that it is going to be bullish. So that's just the way that I look at stocks. Just bear in mind, this is for educational purposes. This is not stock advice. I'm not telling you what stocks to or to not invest into. Just bear in mind, it's for educational purposes. Next stock on here, we have ticker sign AAU. They ended the week at 64 cents. After ours went up a little bit to end at 65 cents for the week. They are bearish. Moving average 10 is below 50 and 100. So if you zoom out on the chart on here, they've been down for quite some time. Had a week low of 57 cents. Overall, still bearish though. Moving average 10 is below 50 and 100, and VWAP is above moving average 10, which may denote there's some positive trend upward may be in the works. It did end on a positive note as well too, so maybe some more upward momentum coming from the name for next week. So keep a close eye on ticker sign AAU. Next up on here, we have ticker sign AUSS. So they ended the week at 92 cents. Then after hours went up 2 more cents and at 94 cents. Overall, still bearish though. Moving average 10 is below 50 and 100, and VWAP is below moving average 10. So maybe some sideways momentum from this name. Even though it went up 2 cents after hours, still may be some sideways momentum. Next level I'm going to be looking at for this is going to be $1.01, which is this current moving average 50. So that's the next price target that I have for this one is $1.01. So going from this 94 cent rally that it has, going to be looking at $1.01 for its next resistance level. Next up, we have ticker sign AUMN, which ended the week at 68 cents. Overall, still bearish though. Moving average 10 below 50 and 100. VWAP is below moving average 10, so going to be looking to see that VWAP switch to go back in front of the moving average 10. Once that happens, then I'd say there's a confirmation of a potential bullish upward trend going to happen. Next resistance level is 72 cents and then 76 cents. So for next week, going to be looking to see if it can test that 72-cent level. Looks like it's on its way there. Had a week low of 63 cents, so looks like it's getting closer and closer to hitting that 72-cent level. So going to be looking at this one for a potential early morning mover on Monday. Next up, we have ticker sign CJJD. Moving average 10 is below 50 and 100. VWAP is below moving average 10. So it is bearish at the current moment. It did end at 99 cents, so right under a dollar. And then after hours went up a little bit to end at exactly a dollar. So maybe some more momentum coming from this one. Barely made the cusp of the penny stocks under $1. With the if you include the afterwards momentum, then it technically is at a dollar. But I consider it under a dollar since it ended at 99 cents. So next price target for this one is going to be $1.04, which it looks like it may be on its way to get there. Had a week low of 91 cents. So that was kind of its low. Started to rally back up. It looks like it may have another rally, but it ended right at this level right here. So next level is going to be this dollar around this $2 to $4 range, which seems this next plateau. It's already hit this first plateau, which is right here, and surpassed it around this 96 to 98 level. So it surpassed that resistance. The next resistance $1.04 to $1.02. So going to be looking at that range for some potential momentum for next week. Next up, we have ticker sign CPHI, which ended the week at 77 cents. Went down a little to end at 76 cents. Overall, still bearish. Moving average 10 below 50 and 100. But we can see that they're starting to rally up a little bit. Had a week low of 70 cents. Ended at 77, then went down to 76. Next thing I'm going to see is if this VWAP can jump up above moving average 10. If that's the case, next resistance is going to be 85 cent. So if we can hit this 85 cent level for next week, I'd say a bullish pattern is starting to begin. Then it's going to have to hit this 89 cent level, and then next is going to be a dollar. Next up, we have ticker sign CSCW, which ended the week at 74 cents. Had a rally after hours to end at 76 cents for the week. Moving average 10 is below 50 and 100. VWAP is below moving average 10, so if I can see that VWAP jump back up, then I'd say is confirmation of a potential bullish pattern beginning. We see it 63 cents was a week low for them, and they ended at 76 cents, so they had a little bit of a rally to end the week. So on the 5th, that day wasn't wasted. It definitely rallied up a little bit more. But definitely this 79 cent resistance level is going to be something that I'm going to be looking forward for next time. Next up, we have ticker sign DFFN, which ended the week at 89 cents. Then went up 2 cents after hours to end at 92 cents. Overall, still bearish though. Moving average 10 is below 50 and 100. VWAP is below moving average 10, so bearish on that metric. Had a week low of 78 cents. So that's kind of where they was the low for the entire week. So they are below moving average 150. So they are still bearish, but they did have some momentum after hours to end at 92 cents. So I think that's a positive metric for them. Definitely should not be ignored. Especially 2 cents may not be much for stock prices, but when it comes to penny stocks, any little bit of momentum definitely is a big deal. So going to be looking to see how they perform for next week. With this 96 cent strike price is going to be kind of my target resistance that I'm going to be looking to see if they can break through for next week. And lastly on here we have ticker sign GEN, which ended the week at 47 cents. They are still bearish as well though. Moving average 10 is below 50 and 100, and VWAP is below moving average 10. So they are still bearish overall. We can see on the stock on here, they did have a little rally to end at 50 cents after hours, so a little 3-cent increase, which is pretty good for the stock overall. Moving average 10 is above VWAP, so we're going to be looking to see that VWAP cross that moving average 10 and potentially go back up. If that can happen, then I'd say a potential bullish upward trend is starting to happen. But until then, maybe some more sideways oscillation coming from the name. Alright, make sure you hit that thumbs up. If this video helped you, I do have a Patreon page down in the description if you guys would like to sign up. Talk about cryptocurrencies as well as penny stocks and options. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you check it out down below in the description. Hope everybody has a great week this week and is able to lock in some profits. If you are, make sure you put it down below in the description, in the chat. Definitely helps everybody because there are plenty of names out there that you can make quite a bit on. Don't really have time to go over all of them, but if you guys find something throughout the week that will help somebody else out, make sure you drop that down below. If you have stock that you want me to look at to add to the watch list, make sure you drop that down below as well. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.